1982. Hello, I feel like it's been a minute. I'm like trying to contain myself because I literally just opened this package. For my birthday, I specifically asked for the Huda Beauty because she announced it, I think like in early September or like late July. And I was like, oh, this is perfect. Labor Day weekend. My birthday is like a couple weeks later. Take advantage of these deals. So all that to say is I have today right here, this box, I literally just opened it. They had a deal on their site where you were able to, I think it was like, I don't know, maybe they still have it, but I know that first day of like when it launched, you can get a trio, which I think is still available now that I'm like thinking about it. So you get if you order the primer, the foundation, and their setting powder, which I've never tried, then you get like a free makeup brush. And now that I'm thinking about it, I totally forgot that I also ordered, like, I think like about over a month ago, they were having a summer sale. I ordered some of their concealers because I was like, I want to try their concealers because I haven't really been reaching for my concealers recently that I currently have. So I ordered their concealers, and I'll show you in a second because I don't have it in front of me, but I ended up ordering the concealers, and now I have, you know, so I'm gonna probably do like a full face of Huda. I got a sample when I ordered the concealers, travel like vacation mini set, the samples at Maldives and Marrakesh, bomb. And so I asked for it for my birthday, and I have like, which I'm like, Kayali, Mona, I need you to make these in the full size. I'm not even joking. So I have, nobody asked for this, but I have Marrakesh in a bottle like this right here. I hope this is like focusing, but I have this, and this is how small they are. I'm like, girl, like make this a little bigger. But this is Marrakesh. I freaking love this. Especially the Ylang one, Maldives one. Where is it? I don't know what I'm gonna wear today. I'm getting ready to go out to brunch. My sister loved the Maui one. I didn't really like the Maui one. I feel like the banana scent was a little much for me. I don't know, but she loved the one. It smelled good on her. We're gonna get really close and personal, obviously, in this video because it just makes more sense. This video is not about the concealers, but I ended up ordering the Brittle shade and the Salted Caramel. And honestly, I feel like the Salted Caramel might be more for my sisters, which I did tell her I was gonna give her this, but let's try it out, and then if not, I'll usually just give it to her. And the main thing was I ordered their color correctors. So I got the mango one, the orangey one, if I remember the name, it was sold out. So I was just kind of like, you know what? I saw that, I'll put her name right here. She's a fragrance influencer, just beauty in general. And she had mango, because I think for some people, the orange one is a bit much. So yeah, so this is the mango shade for a color corrector. I'm actually excited. I think it should work. I'm a little bit nervous that it might be a little bit too pale. Hopefully it can cancel out some of my dark spots. Obviously, I'll zoom in for y'all so y'all can see. Here is what the package has right here. So they gave me the makeup brush, which I think some folks were like, they wouldn't really use it as a foundation brush, but we'll see. We're just gonna go with it. And this is what I'm really excited about, the trio right here. Just so y'all know, if you didn't know, I've never tried their setting powders. People love their setting powders. I've just never really tried it. I think like what I've seen is that people really love the Huda Beauty one and Patrick Starr's like setting powders. Those are the main two like right now that I see that people really rave about. So I got the Easy Bake, that's what it's called, the Easy Bake powder in the shade Banana Bread. And I feel like this was like the best shade overall that I've seen. I don't know, I'm a little bit nervous. I don't really need to use it all over my face, but we'll see. And then let's just take this out. So we have the Easy Blur Primer, and we have the Easy Blur Natural Airbrush Foundation right here. So this is the size difference, which I was like, oh, okay. I was thinking this was the foundation, but this is the primer and this is the foundation. So with my hand, this is the primer with my hand like in the box right here. Let's take it out. And oh, I got the shade Mocha 500G. Feel like that was just the best. I was a bit nervous, honestly, just ordering just like from the site. I usually just like to go into like a store and like swatch, but okay. So this is 500G or Mocha 500G. Not bad. I have a little bit of self tanner on, but nothing too crazy. I literally thought it was gonna, so it should be fine. And then this is their primer. Okay. Oh, okay. So this is their primer, and this is their Easy Blur. Oh gosh, their foundation. This is quite small, but I think for some folks, like in general, a little bit might go a long way. But this is right here. So what I'm going to do personally, so I'm going to be wearing this for probably like, I'm going to do a wear test. I haven't done one of these in a while. So I'm going to personally, because I feel like I was like, do you need to buy the primer? Like, is it one of those things where I know in general when brands come out with products and they have like a primer or something to go with it, they formulate it in a way where it's supposed to work together, right? But I'm like, if you don't have the funds or you don't really care so much or you already have enough primers in your stash. So I was thinking of doing one side where I have the primer and one side with like a random other primer that I have. I was thinking of usually, because sometimes I do wear the Niacinamide blurring balm, but I feel like it's already blurring, so it wouldn't really give the foundation a chance because the claim is also a blurring consistent, you know, like effect. So I'm just gonna wear the full side of Huda Beauty, you know, with the primer and the foundation, and then one side with a primer that I have here that I probably need to finish up. And that happened to be, yeah, I'm almost done with this though. The e.l.f. one, I haven't used this, well, because I usually just reach for my Niacinamide one. So we're just gonna do one side where I put on the Easy Blur, and then, yeah, so we're gonna do one side with the Easy Blur. So we're gonna do that right here. Gonna take off this, yep. So the thing is, like, when I saw the consistency, I was nervous. I don't like silicone based. Like, I remember when I was like getting into makeup, like, I don't know, high school, so about like 10 years ago, and I literally just didn't, I don't like silicone, like, I just don't like it. I know Trader Joe's has a sunscreen where it's like a silicone. I don't like that personally. So I'm happy this isn't like silicone based. And yeah, it's a silicone-free smoothing primer. So Huda, or Huda, is it Huda? I just make sure I pronounce her name correctly. She does like the finger test thing. I'm gonna just follow what she does. I've been watching her videos. I'm gonna do like 2 fingers length, but this is like for one side of my face though. So I'm like, I don't think this is, I'm gonna put this much. I feel like for one side, I'm gonna do the right side of my face because I don't know, it just feels right. I'm gonna put some on. I don't have like crazy skin texture, but I just want you to be up in my face so I can see. I'm gonna put, because I mainly have more like enlarged pores around right here, like my nose. I'm gonna do this. Literally just doing one other half. Especially my chin area, bro. That's just, it is what it is. She just swiped it. I don't think I'm supposed to be doing anything special. I mean, I've been reading my directions and it doesn't say anything about, I mean, I'm just gonna double check how to apply this. Okay, just right off the bat, it's like a little bit cooling. It feels like as if someone's like blowing, nothing obviously I'm doing right now, but it feels like without doing anything, it feels like someone's like on my face. It's like a little bit, it's not like crazy cool, but it just feels a little bit cool on my face. Like I can feel it's like, oh wow, this is a little bit cold. Directions, we're gonna read. Lightweight, soft focus effect. Directions, apply a primer all over face, focusing on areas you want to smooth and blur. Pair it with Easy Blur foundation for a more soft, focused look. And of course, they have it in French, which I remember a couple years ago I tried to read. Appliquer la... Is it base or base de teinte sur l'ensemble du visage? Bring it up, please. I have a little bit left on my hand. So do y'all see right here? I mean, just, this is without. And this is with. It's like for me, like right here, it's like a little bit of a blurring effect, just like lightly, but obviously this is still drying. It's doing like more of like a matte. It's like a matte. I'm gonna add a little bit more here because other hand, and that's just like self-tanner on my hands. I'm gonna do 2 pumps for my left side. My side, my left, your right. I know with this, you just got it. You can't really like be doing too much. Right here. Is that the train? That's weird. This is actually good for my brain because apparently with like dementia research, it's good to use like your non-dominant hand. Yeah, because I really want to know, like, do we need to be using the this is the side, and you can see for me personally, I feel like just right here, because I don't really care that much about the forehead. I feel like right here for me, it looks, sorry, I'm like trying to like see with my mirror here. I don't think it really did much, but then I'm gonna give it a couple minute or two. I don't really think it did anything crazy for my pores. Like I think for me, if anything, it did something more of like a little bit of a mattifying look. Obviously, I don't think it really like emphasized my pores. This is a first impression. I need to use products like over time. Like I am definitely one of those people where it takes some time. I need to use it, you know, over and over again. But this is just kind of like a first day wear test. But right now, to me, it's not like I'm like, while this is drying, let's open up the banana bread shade. I am so excited because I know Huda, which is, hold on. This is the old packaging. This better not be the old packaging. Because I know that was also the main reason why I was really excited was because I know she mentioned like people complain about the packaging and she was talking about now you can like, so I hope this is the old packaging. Lord, they're probably trying to sell out all their old packaging. But so we have the banana bread. I think this might be the old packaging. Lord, no, it's the old packaging. Huda, I wanted the new one. I think this might be the new packaging. Is this the new packaging? Can somebody tell me, is this the new packaging? Because I know the thing is like you can like use your powder puff and like press it in. I don't know. Why don't we do one side where we color correct, one side where we don't, to see what the concealer does. Yeah, I'm not trying to do too much. Okay, we're trying to be, we're not doing too much. We're trying to be very demure, very classy Airbrush. Especially because I'm getting on the train and I'm wearing my mask and all that kind of stuff. So I just don't really care too much for it. Alright, so this is the two shades. So just like for shade reference, I'm in Fenty Beauty shade 430. So this shade right here is Salted Caramel. Okay. And this shade right here is Brittle. So I was thinking maybe like doing both of them. Y'all don't have to wear two concealers. But alright. This side is still drying. And this is pretty much the side with the Huda Beauty primer. I will say, yeah, with this side, you can see my pores a little bit more. And this side, it's like a slight difference, but I do notice the difference. And you see it's like right like this. Let me know what y'all think. I don't know. Once again, it's just first impressions, but this is what this side looks like with Easy Blur primer. And this is just like with like the e.l.f., you know, obviously it's like kind of like emphasizing because like shiny, it's gonna be sticking on. But I just feel like this side just looks a bit more matte and like slightly more, you know what I mean? I don't know how to describe it, but that's what I think. We're gonna use the brush like she said. I don't know if I should underpaint today. Should I do underpainting? I don't know. Okay, so this is the brush. So this is their base brush. But yeah, if you ordered like the trio where you got the setting powder, the primer, and the foundation, you get a free makeup brush. I don't know if they're still having that, but that was like the first day. And this feels really soft, as if I need any more brushes. I think this is enough. I love a good soft brush. We are going to apply color corrector. I'm going to apply the shade Mango just a little bit under my eyes, or maybe just like in little spots, but right here. Y'all, I cannot remember the last time I used color corrector, to be quite transparent with y'all. I don't know how much I need to use, but okay. Oh, it canceled it. Period. I like the idea of color correctors because I'm like, oh, I don't have to use much product. Great. Not bad. Maybe the other shade would have been a little bit too warm. I'm back on it. I don't know. And the thing is, this one has 1.5% niacinamide. Last time I tried niacinamide was probably like 5 years ago when I got really into like skincare and like Inky List, which I feel like a lot of people start with that. And the percentage of niacinamide back then was like too much. Like my skin just didn't like it. So I've been kind of like staying away from niacinamide except for that Naturium like face wash that had niacinamide, but I'm like rinsing it off. But this one has niacinamide in it, which I'm like, oh, it says shake. Well, this is why we pay attention. All right. Some people were complaining about the packaging. Personally, I don't care. I don't know. I don't. For me, I'm like, if there's a product work, that's all I care about. Okay. We're going to start on this side. I'm gonna do one drop. Lord, I hope this shade match. I didn't even try to see if this shade matches me. I'm only gonna do these 2 drops. Of course, we're not gonna let the dropper touch our face because contamination. So I'm gonna like apply it. Wait, did she swipe? Are we swiping? This was so weird to me, swiping. I'm sorry, I have to pat. I'm gonna pat and swipe. So remember, this side is the one with, okay, not bad of a match. So this side is the one with the blurring primer. Yeah, no, I think those drops were enough, at least for half my side of my face. Ooh. Just me and you. Also, this has a smell. I'm back on it. I don't know how I feel about it. I just gotta smell. I'm gonna smell out the bottle, but I don't know. But this is it. And of course, this needs to like dry because I can't really say much right now until it dries. This is yeah, I'm not gonna lie. This is giving, it looks kind of like a filter a bit. I know this sounds so like, I know, but like it does kind of look like a smoothing effect. Like to me, I'm looking at this mirror. It looks like a smoothing effect. Like, I don't know. It's okay. Lord, I hope my skin doesn't get irritated because of niacinamide. This smells, I don't know how to describe it, but I'm not a huge fan of the smell. Yeah, I'm just nervous. Because in the past, Lord, I'm going to put it on my brush this time. But yeah, I just get nervous sometimes when with niacinamide ever since. Like literally my skin just did not like it. But then again, that was like 5 years ago, so we'll see. 1982. So this is the side without the blurring primer, because I want to know, do you really need to get the primer? Which I know a lot of companies, when they formulate products, they make it so that way they work really well together. But it's like, do I really need this? Like, am I not gonna succeed in life if I don't have this primer to go with the foundation? Just me and you. And that's another thing too, which I was trying to remember, is like, do you also need it for, okay, this looks nice. Yeah. And it covered up my spots, like some of my dark spots that I have right here. It looks like right here. I mean, there's like a slight little area right here, but honestly, the main reason why I like wanted this, to be quite honest with y'all, is like I love like serum-y foundations. I don't know, maybe because I'm like just at a space right now where I don't really care too much for like the thick foundation. I don't know, I like serum-y foundations, like lightweight. I'm trying to see, do I feel this on my face? I would say I feel on my face right now like a little bit, but for me, again, I have to wear it throughout the day to really like get a feel of it. But I would say like right now, also maybe because like all the freaking stippling that I'm doing, I'm gonna let the foundation kind of like sit a little bit, which I think you're supposed to do. But this is the side without the primer. This is the side with the primer. And today's the focus, the skin. I don't really want to put on any lashes today personally. But this looks, I would say right now, like this side for right now, this side looks a little, this side looks more blurred and a little bit more matte than this side, which makes sense because the primer, the L primer, is like shinier and, you know, it's like will stick on, you know, obviously. So I'm sure you can see there's more light reflecting on this side than this side. Now the concealer. So remember, on this side, I have the color corrector. The side I do not have anything yet. So we're going to put concealer on. I'm trying to figure out if the shade, if I could just use the shade Salted Caramel on its own. Let's give it a try. Let's use Salted Caramel right here. Okay, this might be a little bit too much. I've never used Huda Beauty's foundation or concealer before, so we're just going all in today. Just gonna clean up right here. Oop. Clean it up. This might be a little bit warmer, or just like, you know, which is why I wanted the shade Brittle. I usually like to let my concealer sit. I've been loving just using a brush, honestly, for my concealer. Like, I don't really use a beauty blender anymore unless I like really need to like blend it out or whatever. I'm just gonna blend it. Okay, this looks nice. Oh wow, I don't think I might need to go with the shade Brittle if I'm trying to be low key today. I feel like Brittle might be like my winter shade, like in February, because comes a point in the winter where my skin tone, like my foundations and things like that are like even my concealer is not even like bright enough because it's just blending in a little bit much. Oh, this is nice. Wow. Okay. I have this one little spot right here, if y'all can see. I know the foundation did not cover it, which is fine. I actually don't mind it, but just wanted to point that out. I have like a little bit, I don't know where this came from like years ago, from like an acne scar. That's the thing with like dark skin and acne scars. But wait a second, do y'all see my skin right now? Now that we're zoomed in, do y'all see my skin? I'm sizzy. I'm really shocked. Like, actually, this is really nice. So this is the side with color corrector. This is the side without color corrector. This is the side with like primer, all the stuff, and this side without. I think this side just looks a little bit more matte, personally, and like a little bit more blurred, whereas this side has a little more of a glow, again, because of the primer that I used. But this is definitely giving that filter-y look. If you look at my cheek right here, because that's where my main focus is, that's where I care more. I don't really care that much about my forehead, personally. It's right here. I feel like right here looks a little bit more blurred. Let me know what y'all think, but I think it looks really blurred. I also think this side looks good too, personally, because I like a little glowy skin. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I'm in the era where I like my skin to look a little bit more glowy and hydrated and alive. Not that I'm saying this side does it, but I'm just saying, like, look at this. And then look at this. We're gonna jump in and we're gonna use the Huda Beauty setting powder, because I know some people feel like the setting powder is like what really gives that blurring look and all that kind of stuff. So we're gonna use one of these powder puffs. I haven't done my makeup in a minute, to be quite honest with y'all. Like a minute. Just gonna do this like dab. Ooh. I'm not gonna go too, I'm gonna like, so this is the shade Banana Bread. Gonna add a little bit more. Just right here. Okay. Just gonna like. I'm gonna use another setting powder on the other side to see if this is necessary. We're gonna see if it's necessary to be. Times are hard. Okay. We need to see, do we really need to be. Why does it smell like. It smells really good. Is it the perfume? I don't know how, but whatever. Let's do the forehead. Honestly, I'm gonna set my whole side right here. We're just gonna do that and then just kind of add bronzer because it's a little bit light, like a slightly, but honestly, Banana Bread is perfect for now. I'm going in with another setting powder just to see something different. This is side without the Easy Blur primer. I have the Stay Beauty primer that I love. I would say the Stay Beauty is not really like a baking powder. I would say this is like a setting powder where it's like every day trying to run to the store. I don't know. It's like an everyday makeup kind of primer, if that makes any sense. So I wouldn't really compare the two. I don't know if that makes any sense, but it's just a good, like natural looking setting powder. Oh gosh. This is looking. Okay. I'm gonna do the same thing I did right here. I need to add a little bit of blush. Oh, I forgot to add liquid blush. Oh my gosh. That blush about to be gone by the time this mask comes off by the end of the day. Somebody mentioned that they basically throw out these puffs every time. I'm like, y'all, you can put it, again, I don't know, but I put them in this little baggie and I wash them in the washer. Like literally, I put it in the baggie and I wash them in the washer. But that's just me. I don't know. but I think that throwing it out every time you use one is a bit wasteful. Oh gosh. So once this dries, I'm going to put a little bit of highlighter on my face, but I'm gonna fix my hair and I'll come right back. Really quickly, I'm done with my makeup. This is pretty much it. My camera's about to die. I'm gonna check back in, but this is the... We are back. What time is it? Where's my phone? Currently 9:41. I finished my makeup around 12:02, 12:09, and I like left at like 12:15. I think like by 12:15. So I feel like I've been wearing this foundation for about 9 hours, which I feel like is a good amount of time. Like probably I could push it to 10, but I'm ready to wash my face. I'm gonna say like it is really not bad at all. I know that I unfortunately my camera was like done for. I couldn't really like show, but I have some clips that I'll show of my face like during different times. Just a reminder that I wore my mask like on the train and things, but unfortunately where I went was kind of far, so I was wearing my mask for like an hour. Honestly, like it does not look bad. This is what my face is looking like. And the very first thing I will say is that I have a little bit of like smile line, like just a tiny bit, not a lot, just like right here, like tiny bit. I don't know if y'all can see. And then I'm a little bit oily like on my T-zone, like my forehead, not really, but right here, I feel like I'm a little bit oily, which is fine. Cheek wise, given the fact that I was wearing a mask, like it's really not bad at all. Like my blush is still kind of like here, like obviously it's not as like in your face, but you can tell that I do still have blush on, and sometimes like my blush be gone by the end of the day. But I think this looks really good. I think there's more blush on this side than this side, which is interesting. On my way to the restaurant, you could definitely see like a bit of like the line of demarcation where even now, like you can tell like this side, which has the primer, and you know, like it was like not moving. Like here was definitely not moving at all. Like not moving meaning like right here was definitely more matte, more on my forehead. And you can tell that this side of my forehead was like more matte than this side. I honestly just feel like it's a preference. For the sake of this video, I'm gonna like try and like set it, even though I'm gonna wash my face immediately after this, just to see how it looks. Just like some powder, just to see how it like looks once you like just... Because the thing is with me is I don't do touch-ups. When I wear makeup, it's for the rest of the day. Like I don't know if I should be one of those people, but I just don't really bring... And obviously I forgot to tell you, like my nose, like right here, you can tell like with the mask, like obviously there's like a part right here where there's like a line of demarcation where most of the foundation rub off. Totally fine. I personally don't really care. And I did put a highlighter on because I just wanted like a little bit of some glow. But now that I'm like pressing this in, like my face looks good. I would say I definitely like the foundation. My sister gave me really big compliments, like your face looks really nice. So that's always helpful to have somebody else like give you a compliment because they can see it immediately. I will say like just right off the bat, to be quite transparent with y'all, like I do really like the foundation. The primer, I'm not too sure on. For me, I'm not like too big on the primer. I will say the foundation though, it's really nice. Like it's a really nice finish. Do I say that you might need, like, would I say that you need to have the primer, you know, to have the foundation, you know, to have that blurring look? I don't know. I feel like just because it's me, sometimes I'm like, maybe if you have something that like already claims to have a blur, like I'm probably gonna test this out because again, I work best when I just test things out. I feel like for me, it'll probably work best if I were to, let's say, use it with like the Niacinamide's blurring balm. Like maybe try using it if you have something already where the claim is blurring, like as a primer or something, then maybe try that. But for me, I'm gonna just be honest with you, like the primer just didn't really stand out to me personally. So yeah, I just have to like wear it more, test it out more, and see if it makes a difference. Yeah, if you have the funds and you are like, no, I want to, they were formulated so that way they can work together, and you have the funds, definitely get them, you know, the primer and the foundation to kind of like, you know. And I really do love the setting powder. Again, I need to use setting powder a little bit longer, but I kind of understand where the hype is coming from, because I would say the whole 1, 2, 3 step that they have on their site, like that's a good way to have like the blurring effect, because I feel like the powder really like locks it in and like have that blurring effect. So yeah, I don't know. I have to keep using it, but overall I would say I like it. I'll of course will definitely follow up with y'all in the next like couple months or something, because it just takes me a while to like fall in love with things. Like there are some things here I'm like, oh wow, this is like really good. Like for example, the black opal like lip liner. When I first tried it, I was like, okay, it's a good lip liner. Now when I like do my lips like since February and now it's like September, I'm like, oh yeah, this is a really good lip liner. Like I love using it. So it just takes me a while sometimes to like fall in love with something, but I don't have any like, oh, this was terrible, it wasn't worth it. No, I liked it. I love the Easy Blur. I do like this for sure. I just am not like crazy per se about the primer. The only thing I did find out cool about the primer is that it was like cooling. Like it felt like somebody was like on your face, like cool. Not like, you know, their hot breath, but like it was like just like a cooling effect on your face. Some people have issue with the packaging. I don't mind the packaging so much. Some people say it's like cheap. I'm back on it. I don't know. I think it's fine. If you are a makeup artist, this will be so easy to like put this in your kit. Like just looking at it, it's like boom, boom, boom. Just, yeah, I hope y'all enjoyed this video. Feel free to check out my other videos and I will see you in the next one. Bye.